Today, we have the honor of having Mr. Nick Lai, the co-owner and group CEO of Hong Kong Broadband Network. I've known Nick personally for over 20 years now, and Nick has always been an inspiration leader, not only unleashing himself, but also with his working partner, whom they call talents. I'm also very fascinated by HKBN's culture and purpose, which is to make our home a better place to live. The company is famous to be known for co-owned by around 1,000 co-owners and talents who have skin in the game and put their family saving into buying shares of HKBN. Over the years, HKBN has significantly narrowed the gap between themselves and a major telecom provider in Hong Kong broadband market, and recently expanded into enterprise solutions and also other related business. Nick, thank you for being here.
Thank you, David.
So, I had numerous chats with you, and we talked about a lot of different subjects, including personal and business matters. And I remember last week, I told you we have a lot of similar values in terms of what we do in Destiny and also in what you guys do in HKBN. And I love to talk about in today's interview. And I'm sure our community members and audience at Destiny will very much eager to learn from you about yourself and the company. One of the things for Destiny's vision is to magnify human experience and create magic moments for our community members. And I can definitely see that from HKBN. From what I know, HKBN has been sponsoring their talent in achieving their first degree and asking their families to come over to celebrate over graduations. Also, I understand they are very creative and transformational in training their talents so that they are coming up with a lot of new things and new ideas. Last time we talked about getting stuff done at HKBN, and I can definitely see you are promoting a growth mindset in your organization. So over the years, we've been serving community members such as Growth Enterprise, listed company, and family office. And I do see a lot of problems from them with their people, whom you call them talents. And hopefully today's interview will be able to resolve some of the missing puzzles. So I'm going to start out with the $1 million question, Nick. I understand that you have a very passionate team here in HKBN. Can you share a little bit insights or tips? How do you recruit the right people into your organization? And how do you measure them when they're on board?
Happy to, David. I think the key is to have a very distinct culture. If you look at our company, everything else can be replicated. Our network, you can buy, everything else you can repeat. But our culture takes decades to refine. So the key is to have a very distinct culture, and we want you to either love it or to hate it. Second element is have skin in the game. We want the people who love the culture to put skin in the game by becoming a co-owner of the company. And the third, and I would say actually the most important element, is to exit the bottom 5%. That is the wrong fit.
Yes.
We are an elite sports team in the office. We offer only conditional love based on performance. If you want unconditional love, we encourage you to go home. The office is not the right environment for unconditional love.
What does co-ownership bring to your company?
We try and run our company through alignment rather than rules. Think about this. When was the last time you washed a rented car? Well, most employees rent their employer, and the employer rents the employee. That's not the kind of relationship that we want. We want full ownership. And if you have ownership, you don't need rules because you will naturally do the right thing.
I think that's a really good thing for you to share about this.
Thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit more, how do you measure a talent after they're on board with the company?
That's a great question. Now, talent selection is an art, it's not a science. It's subjective, it's not objective. There's elements of objectivity you can put into it, but overall it's a judgment call. Think about this. When we hire someone, we often hire someone after a 45-minute interview.
Correct.
So you have a limited interaction. But when we ask someone to leave, this is after typically 1 year of underperformance and multiple attempts at correcting that underperformance. So I would argue the exit process is actually far more objective than the entry process.
I see. So I think maybe you can share a little bit insights to our community, which include a lot of business owners. And sometimes I realize they are not very determined in axing their staff. I'm sure you talk a little bit about that exit the bottom 5 to 10%. Can you share a little bit tips about how to conquer that limiting belief? Any ideas on that?
The key thing is when we exit someone, it doesn't mean they're a bad talent or a bad person. It just means they're the wrong fit. We are an Olympic standard elite sports team. If you're passionate about that, we're a great company. You'll love this environment. But if you're the wrong fit, it's better to separate early. That's the key, to find the right people. As a company, we like to think of ourselves as a elite dragon boat. In a dragon boat, everybody has to row at the same sink. Otherwise, it'd be a mess.
I remember you talked about that analogy, and I do agree with you on that as well.